Hello everyone, here playing Farming Simulator 22, and welcome back to the 36X Spring Creek map here. We are still, as you can probably guess, I've been working on harvesting field 383 here yet, everyone. We're down to 2 hours and 50 minutes remaining here. I think we were, what, 5 hours and 30 minutes last episode, right, everyone? I think. So we've cut 2.5 hours off the time here. Now, the one thing I want to explain to this, everyone, if I remember correctly, we've cut 2.5 hours off of Courseplay's time, correct? Well, that 2.5 hours we've taken off, everyone, took about 6.5 of real time. So just to give you folks an idea there, 2.5 according to Courseplay was 6.5 hours of real time harvesting here. Now, part of that, everyone, is because Courseplay here has been on Derpfest 9000 here since last episode. I mean, I don't know what is going on, but Courseplay is just like throwing down the gauntlet here, and it's like, let's screw up every way possible. I don't know why, but so like last episode, Evan, when we harvested this field here, we were just guessing here somewhere around a third of the way down to the field, right, Evan? Courseplay didn't screw up at all. Like, Courseplay harvested the first third of this field flawlessly, like no problems. I went to dinner, I came back, Courseplay was still harvesting. I'm like, oh, okay, well, cool. I think, what did I went and played something else and kept on checking on the combines every so often. They were still going. Cool. Went and did some other work, came back, Courseplay was still going. It's like, great. Last episode, that was not the case. Like, got Courseplay going, finished recording, got the video rendered out, went and had dinner, came back, Courseplay was all mucked up. I'm like, okay, fix that. Went and did a couple other things, came back, checked, Courseplay was all mucked up. Came back later, all mucked up. We did a live stream here last night as well. I think, was it 2 or 3 times during the live stream? And it was a little bit shorter stream there last night as well. I think we only streamed for maybe a half hour, 45 minutes. So just in that short time period up in Courseplay, I think screwed up 2 or 3 times. It was, actually, I can almost count 4, because like before I started streaming, I had to fix Courseplay. And then once we started streaming, then it was like another 2 or 3. So it was, yeah. Oh, speaking of screwing up, everyone, we're screwed up here again, aren't we? Yes. This is what I'm talking about. And like, yeah, like this was not happening. Like, Courseplay harvested the first third of this field flawlessly. Now, all of a sudden, every single time the combine goes to unload, it is doing this. And speaking of unload, I better get this combine going here before the other one catches up, and then we'll have more problems yet. So, also, as I noted last episode, and so far the combines have been staying neck and neck with each other. I think that combine there is supposed to be ahead of this one. I think. I'm not 100% sure on that, though. When you get to these up and down rows, I'm not sure which one's really supposed to be. Actually, I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe not. Because once this combine turns around, then this one will be behind it and it'll be correct again. So I don't know. Anyway. But, yeah, like I said, Derpfest 9000 has been going on here with Courseplay here since the last episode of one. Oh, he actually is going to unload. I thought Courseplay was just being derpy there, but nope. Courseplay is actually attempting to unload. The other thing that's been commonly happening here as well, and since last episode, is Courseplay keeps trying to unload into the other grain carts. So the grain carts keep trying to unload into each other. I don't know why Courseplay does that, everyone, but Courseplay keeps trying to unload the grain cart into the other grain cart. Yeah, I've said that before. That's not a new problem. We've had that problem quite a few times here on this series so far. But anyway, we're going to leave Courseplay to it, everyone. I think at this point we got enough of the field harvested here. If we switch over here, we are, well, actually, I mean, if you look at the time, everyone, we were what, 9 hours, 9 hours when we started here. We're down to 2 hours and 46 minutes remaining. So we got, what, like another third of the field left to go yet about? Give or take a little bit. I mean, it looks like more than that, but, I mean, if you look at the hour count, everyone, we're down to like a third of the field left. So I think we can start planting here finally. So that's what I'm going to start on here at this episode. Hopefully that headland here is wide enough to accommodate the planter. Oh, and before I forget here, I had Courseplay working on doing some plowing down here too. Nearest waypoint. And what are you doing? No idea. We'll just, how about nearest waypoint on you as well? We'll just, whatever you're doing there, bud. Okay, we'll leave Courseplay to that. I think this Yeah, I think these are the headlands. I did these headlands myself here. We were working on plowing here last night on the last live stream. Or was I doing this field? I don't remember. I was doing one of these fields myself. We had Courseplay on the other one, but let's go grab our big tractor. I'm on the Quad Track 715 here. Yes, the Case IH Quad Track 715. I don't know if there's any of these actually out in the field yet or not. Is there? I don't know. Besides, like, the demo units, of course. I'm talking, like, are there any farmers actually running these? And let me turn the sound down on this here a little bit a minute. Reminds me of, I forget what truck it is we have again, everyone, but there's a truck that is notorious for being extremely loud as well. Kind of annoying when you got equipment like that, everyone. Yeah, most of the rest of the equipment is pretty well balanced sound-wise. And then you get this tractor, and then there's that truck as well, and like, oh my goodness. A little loud. What you're supposed to do, right? Oh well. Okay, let's head out to field 383. Oh, before I forget, make sure we set ourselves on the right crop type here, which this should be able to plant, right? Yes, there it is. We are going to be planting some canola. So I've been wanting to plant canola on this map the last couple of times, everyone. But I keep forgetting and skipping past the planting season for it. So we're not going to forget this time. This time we're going to get some canola planted. Yeah, we're in the, I think this is the first day we can plant, right? So yeah, canola, August is the first month. Say day, I should say month. First month we can plant canola. And then, of course, we're using the Burgo drill here with the, what size cart is this? I think it's a 1,300 bushel cart or something like that. Yeah, 71. Actually, I think it's a 1300, right? That's probably how you say that, because it's 1,300 bushel cart with the 100-foot drill, I think. I believe that's the 100-foot drill. The 3420 100 Paralink hoe drill. 100 feet of planting goodness. We're curious to see once. Obviously, I probably won't be planting this entire field myself. Most likely. Maybe I will be, but I doubt it. So I'll be curious to see once when we get Courseplay going on this at some point. How long Courseplay says it'll take to plant this field. Oh, actually, you know what? I just realized, too, this field actually needs lime. Which I can put the lime on after planting, correct? I think you can. I should be able to put the lime on after planting. Hopefully that works out, because I think that's what we're going to do. I don't really want to get the lime started yet. I'll definitely put that on Courseplay. That's probably going to cost a small fortune to lime this field here, by the way. Probably should check some of the other fields here as well. This probably is not the only field that's going to need lime. Oh, looks like we're putting down some pretty good fertilizer on this field as well, Evan. Oh, this is probably going to be an expensive job right here. Between the lime and the fertilizer and the seed for this field. And there goes all our profits, right? Speaking of profits, again, now we're up to $2.3 million here so far. So just from the fields we've harvested so far, Evan, well, that's how much money we made. We made $2.3 million. I think it was, what, $1 million off the oats, if I remember correctly. I remember just shy. I think it was just shy of $1 million. And we're up to 1.3 so far. So we'll probably be pushing close to $2 million off this field once we're done. Again, keep in mind, Evan, I could probably make a lot more money if I was willing to put the crops in storage. And then sometime when the price is the highest, then we could sell them. We're just, yeah, nah, skip that one. We're being really bad farmers here at the moment, right? As far as that goes. But again, as I said, you know, the size of the field here, we're not too concerned about money, I don't think. So, oh, planting at 11 miles per hour. That should help get the field done a little bit quicker. Seems like the K715 doesn't have any issue pulling this in the game, which is good. Real life, Evan, this would probably be a pretty good workout for this track, especially if you're trying to pull it at 11 miles per hour. Real life, Evan, this would probably be more like a 5 to 6 mile per hour operation. don't think any of these planters are like designed to be going 11 miles per hour from what I know. And I say 5 or 6, even that's probably getting a little fast. That one, 5 is probably about the max you'd probably be going with one of these planters if I had to guess. I'm not exactly sure, not familiar with this like particular model and what, but like I said, you're usually not going particularly quick with these planters. So, and the faster you go to Evan, typically the more horsepower you need, right? So just take for example, Evan, maybe a little John Deere 12-row planter. You can maybe pull that with a 60 to 100 horsepower tractor. You're planting at maybe that 4-mile-an-hour speed or something like that. Got the tractor in third gear or something. Just planting along 12-row planter. Now you start introducing high-speed planting. I mean, now instead of that little 100 horsepower tractor, now you're probably looking at that 200 to 300 horsepower tractor. Yep, probably pull it with that one, right? The speed really makes a difference as to how much horsepower you're going to want. So again, if we're actually pulling this at 11 miles per hour, this tractor is definitely going to be working hard. And then you come up to any hills, Evan. Oh boy. Keep in mind, Evan, too, we're pulling a 1,300 bushel cart behind us here as well. It's like basically a large grain cart in some ways, right, Evan? 1,300 bushel grain cart. That is a good-sized grain cart. By no means is it like large by today's standards maybe anymore, but still 1,300 bushels of one. Like I said, that's a good sized grain cart. Oh, I should probably look at, what? How much does it cost to repurchase the soil information here for this field? Seeing as how we have to relime the field of them, now might be a good time to fill in all the missing spots, right? It's going to cost us $187,000. You know what? Let's do it. Probably a good idea. I just happened to see the map that I was looking at that. I'm like, oh, that's we're missing a little bit there. $190,000 well spent, maybe? I don't know. Maybe not. Probably should do that for all the fields. Maybe we'll plan on that. I mean, if the field needs lime, I'll try to rebuy the soil information for it. We got quite a few fields that, like I said, have been changed and modified and what. Actually, speaking of modified, did I? Oh, yes. Okay, we do have the soil information for this one down here, so we're good there. That's right. I think I bought that after we did all the plowing and work on that field, so that way it would be as up-to-date as possible. I'll just go check on the combines here a minute. We still doing good on the combines? I think so, maybe. Combine's just sitting here, but he's probably just waiting for a grain cart, which there's one over there. The other one looks like it's unloading, so back to my task. And just a reminder here, by the way, Evan, if you haven't already clicked that subscribe button, don't forget to do so. Always very much appreciated. And of course, if you like the video of one, well, I don't know. It's a red tractor, so hard to like a video with a red tractor in it, right? Okay, anyway, if you like the red tractor, I mean, I guess, give her the thumbs up, If you don't like the red tractor, give it the thumbs down, it's red tractor after all, everyone. Now we just need the new John Deere 9RXs to come out. Nice John Deere 9RX 830. And I know I keep mentioning this, Evan, but still, I find it interesting. Again, in the past, most tractor manufacturers, Evan, at least the big ones anyway, usually all their top-end tractors are all about the same, right? At least on paper, anyway. But on paper at the moment, everyone, John Deere is, significantly ahead of Case. And I find that interesting, everyone. Find that very interesting. Again, obviously, we've discussed that in the past, so won't get too much more into details on that one, at least not in this video. Maybe, again, in the future we'll talk about it, but I find that interesting, everyone. And I guess, okay, like I said, I know we've mentioned this before and said I wasn't going to talk about much more, but obviously leading up to the whole announcement of these tractors, everyone, John Deere, or the rumors anyway for John Deere, let's put it that way. The rumors for John Deere was a John Deere 690, right? So if you think about it, a John Deere 690 and a K715, pretty close, right? Reality obviously was, I don't think there's a John Deere 690 at all that I know of. I don't know, maybe they are releasing one of those too, but reality is it wasn't a John Deere 690. It was a John Deere 830. Yeah, only, what is that? Doing the math here, that's what, 140 horsepower difference there? So yeah, it'd definitely be interesting. Anyway, don't forget to if you'd like to join us in on the multiplayer servers, like to play some multiplayer farming simulator with us, you're welcome to do so. Our farming simulator server information is down below in the description there. Or actually, let me rephrase that. Our Teamspeak server information is down below. Once you join Teamspeak, then you'll get the farming simulator server information. Everyone. Again, we keep the farming simulator server information on Teamspeak. That way, you have to join us on Teamspeak if you want to join us on the Farm Sim server. That way we got some sort of voice communication, or at least some sort of communication with you when you join. Of course, Farming Simulator itself actually has a built-in voice communication system now as well, for those of you who have not seen that before. We, of course, don't use any form of that here on our servers. We rely on TeamSpeak, but TeamSpeak, the better voice chat client, if you ask us. Well, let's see. Have we made it halfway around the field yet, everyone? Actually, I think the answer is we probably have not, because we started down here. We're now up there. Yeah, we're... Once we make it, like, maybe around this part, then we'll be about halfway. Wow. We're just going to, like, spend this entire episode. I'm just going around this field, aren't we? Hopefully gives you folks kind of a perspective of the size of this map here, right? Speaking of which, hopefully in between episodes, Evan, hopefully we can finish harvesting this field here. It's not going to be a 4-episode harvest here. We'll have to see once, but you never know, Evan. We're up to, let's see once here. What are we up to hour-wise here? So we got about 6.5 hours yesterday of harvesting. We had, I think we were at about 5.5 hours the day before. So what is that? 6.5, 5.5. We're up 12 hours of harvesting so far on this field, that one, right? Am I doing the math right? I think so. So yeah, for 12 hours of harvesting into this field, again, we got, according to Courseplay, another 3 hours to go yet. As I've said before, when it comes to harvesting, you can pretty much definitely double that number, which has come out pretty close so far, right, everyone? Although, again, last episode maybe wasn't quite accurate for that, just the level of derp we were having there, so it was more than double. You know, we took, what, about 2.5 hours off, but it took us 6.5 hours to get there, so that was almost 3. Almost 3, not quite, but... Speaking of which, checking. We still good yet? Usually if you see them all, like, at least moving, or if they're not, like, all congregated in one pile, it's usually a good thing, everyone. Especially if you can see them moving. That's usually a good thing, too. Like, if they're actually moving around the field, that's even better. It's when you don't see them moving, and or they're, like, piled up on top of each other, that's like, okay, time to go check. What's going on? You know, of course, by just being derpy again, typically. Oh, I can see we're Course, yeah, I guess it was. We've had Courseplay harvest this entire field, haven't we? Courseplay missed a little bit going around these corners, didn't it? Which actually is suspicious, because if you look at how it looks like Courseplay is relatively close to this corner here, judging by the straw path. Huh. I don't know. Don't remember if I had my 2mm offset set or not. I'm pretty sure I did. Yeah, and usually like to do a 2-meter offset on the edge of the field. That way, Courseplay will overlap the field and, well, as you've seen right there, hopefully not miss as much crop around the edge, right? Or any operation you're doing for that matter. Hopefully won't miss. Also good to note, looks like it takes about 3 headland passes to one pass here on this planter. So yeah, we definitely won't be able to get another headland pass in, at least not on this part of the field anyway. Oh, and from the looks of it, we don't need quite as much fertilizer. Oh, actually, maybe we do. I see the fertilizer amounts going up now. Oh, well, here's to hoping. Yeah, looks like it is about the same amount, isn't it? Okay, never mind. See the line increasing there. Put down more fertilizer. Should really turn off the vehicle mod there, so that way we can actually see our information up there. The glance mod, I guess it's called. Or actually, no, vehicle. This one's the vehicle inspector mod. Well, let's see if we can pull up some comments here a moment. We got a few minutes left this episode yet. What did you folks have to say here for last episode? Starting off with the next one here from Norton. He was saying that maybe Courseplay will have the field harvested by tomorrow morning. Yeah, I wish there, Norton. I wish. With the amount of derp that was going on, and speaking of derp, I mean, so far, this episode, maybe, well, we've had it once, right? Had to fix Courseplay once. This is going to be twice here? Oh, no, we're good. We're good. I seen them all congregated there. I was like, uh-oh. But nope, that's fine. But, yeah, no, if I would have left Courseplay running on this field, that one, Courseplay wouldn't have made no progress. It just probably would have stopped within 15 minutes of me leaving and been stuck and derped up there. Hatro was saying, good video. Thank you very much for that. Christopher was also saying the same thing. Good video. Keep it up. Thank you very much for that as well. Mason was saying, personally, I like my combines close to each other. Keeps the grain... Oh, because the grain carts can keep up easier, especially in corn. I hate it when Courseplay quits randomly or wanders off the reservation. I don't know if I've had too much of it wandering off the reservation. You know, maybe the size of the field might help with that, you know. There's a lot of field to wander on before you wander off it, right? But yes, I definitely have had a lot of Courseplay randomly quitting. I mean, I don't know why Courseplay does that. I think we caught that a couple times on the live stream here last night as well. Courseplay just randomly quits, just stops working. Like, what? And you go over there, start him back up, and then he's back in business again. But why he quit in the first place, Evan, I don't know. Just Courseplay just randomly quits. He was saying that a really big disadvantage, if you ask me. I play with crop destruction on, so my crop stubble will get ran over. Adds a more realistic feel to it. Actually, you know what? I can agree with that one on as far as that is concerned. It is cool if you have crop destruction on, you run over your stubble. You will actually get tracks, and it'll, like flatten or essentially get rid of the stubble, right? Again, as I said before, the big reason I don't play with crop destruction turned on is because of hired workers. And yes, I know you folks are probably going to tell me in the comments, oh, but the hired workers don't cause crop destruction. Yeah, you clearly don't play with crop destruction turned on if you believe that. hired workers definitely cause crop destruction. They cause a massive amount of crop destruction. I can testify to this fact here from the... Oh, I'm trying to remember. What map was it we played with crop destruction turned on? A couple of maps back, Evan, we played with crop destruction turned on. And as I said in that series, Evan, I could definitely play with crop destruction turned on again. It wouldn't bother me too much. I don't necessarily like it because, again, like I said, hired workers destroy the crop, but it's workable. Anyway, moving on to the rest of Mason Farms' comment here. He was also saying, don't forget to Lime 383. He says, I really like the Follow Me mod better here in 22 to say the least. Works good with tractors and slower equipment, but trucks are not always reliable. Good to know. Okay. See, that was the problem back in 19, Evan. Follow Me was not reliable. Like, you'd start out and Follow Me would just fall further and further behind, and that, you know, you didn't even have to fall that far behind before Follow Me would just, like, outright quit. You did not finish unloading there, did you, bud? I see that. What if I get him to unload again? Like, the truck's right there, bud. Like, keep unloading. Well, Evan, I don't know that we can make it all the way around this field here this episode. It's going to take us the entire episode, and we won't even make it all the way around the field, I don't think. We're close, Evan. We are close, but we still have quite a ways to go here yet, so... Let's see, the rest of it going okay over here? Looks like it. Maybe Courseplay is done with its derp. We'll have to see once, Evan. Kind of had that last harvest on this field as well, if I remember correctly, Evan. And I'm trying to remember exactly when it started or when it quit. I'd like to say when Courseplay got to like the last half of the field, Courseplay was way less derpy, if I remember correctly. But I think the first half, Courseplay was exceptionally derpy last time. Now, in this case, what I've noticed so far, Evan, like the first third, again, as I mentioned earlier, Courseplay harvested flawlessly. Get to the next third here, though, it's been an uphill battle, just fighting Courseplay constantly. So we'll see how the next third goes. And yes, I know in the comments here, and we mentioned in the live stream as well, a couple folks said we should try auto drive again. Auto drive apparently has gotten significantly better. Maybe we'll have to see once. Maybe next harvest, everyone. We'll have to try that with this field, see once how it goes. We'll see once if, like you folks are saying, auto drive has indeed gotten much better. I mean, after all, I used to use auto drive pretty much constantly for this type of work. But then lately I've just owned auto drive for Courseplay just because auto drive has gotten really derpy. And not to mention, auto drive is also typically really slow when it comes to unloading combines. I'll be curious to see if auto drive has improved upon that at all or not. That'll definitely be a big considering factor as well. Anyway, everyone, unfortunately, looking at the time here, looks like it is time to wrap it up here this episode. So on that note, if folks have any comments and or questions, be sure to leave them down below. And as always, everyone, thanks for watching. Until next time.